Good evening. This is Friday. Welcome to Rosie, Psych Investigator. Rosie, Psych Investigator. So, happy Friday. Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. Oh my God. Hello, everybody. So guys, what's up, huh? What is up? What is up? John? I always remember, that was so fun. I see someone with the name John. Are you around, John? I hear there's a message. No. So guys, okay, so a lot of news, huh? Today, there's always news. It's interesting because a lot of times we think that the big news there's just a lot of side news that are kind of big, okay? It's just interesting to see how that is, you know? So I guess, I see that you guys are talking about one of the news, which is about the mysterious case. I believe, guys, this is the old case of Andrew Miller, okay? The guy who said, who's an associate of Roger Stone, who said he does not want to testify. I believe that's that guy, okay? That's what I think, okay? But let's see. Let's see if we, because who knows? Who knows what is going on, okay? Because it's been going on for a while. This isn't exactly news, okay? But we'll see. But the interesting piece of information that came out was that the attorneys from the Mueller's office who were there today, who the journalists saw, were A, Deben, okay, and then B, the woman, it's a woman with an Arabic name. And so I wonder if, it has something, who knows? I don't know, because I think she's like a terrorist specialist, okay, Middle East. So it's interesting, okay? So I don't think they would do Pence. This is not the kind of thing that they would risk put out publicly, okay? So we'll see. So guys, I'm ready. Are you ready for information? Are you ready? Everybody, are you ready? So freak. So okay, so then guys, no, seriously. Okay, there's a lot of stuff, okay? Let me just go quickly here. Okay, just go over the list very quickly. So Papadopoulos, I just thought it was so funny. So Papadopoulos, he wants to run for office. Yeah, he wants to run. He said, I'm going to run for office and I'm going to win. Yeah, I will, he said. I thought it was so funny. And then the same day, there was an article from a journalist saying that the FBI is investigating the claims that, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but that somebody reached out to journalists saying that they know that Papadopoulos was in cahoots with the Russians. So, oh, really? You're going to run for office, huh? Yeah? Oh, good for him. And I think, guys, they are all, honestly, it looks like a lot of the work they have done and they feel like they're going to continue to do for the future is to just be actors, to kind of disrupt, to create this anarchy, this pathetic anarchy that they do. Okay, so let's see what I always want to know, because I feel that guy, he's just such an idiot. He's like, I fooled everybody. I got no jail sentence. It's a mess. It's ridiculous. I could do whatever I want. It's just like, okay. And then Flynn. Now, this was not on the list, but it would just be very quick. I got it. I was intrigued by Flynn. Did you see that there was a Flynn filing where he said, I was at White House and I had a meeting with people from FBI, including Peter Strzok, and they didn't tell me they were going to ask me things that I had to say to be truthful. They misled me. And then today, Mueller was like, Bitch, you've been the head of intel agencies. You've been working on this for 30 years. You don't know you have to tell the truth? So I don't know why. Why was that there? Okay. And then the big, I don't want to say it's a bombshell, but it's the news that Mick Mulvaney, it's actually somebody I've never done a reading on, which would be interesting. Super corrupt as usual. Okay. So it's this guy who's the budget. He's the budget office man. Yeah. He's now going to be chief of staff. Yeah. Good for him. So let's see what's going to happen. Okay. I know. Now this is, and I don't know if I'm going to get started with this, guys, because it's almost the saddest. So I've kind of learned that in a way the saddest is best to start, not leave it for the end, but just which is 7-year-old girl dies. Okay, 7-year-old girl dies, and of dehydration. And Kristen Nielsen said, "Well, that's what happens when you enter this country illegally." Yeah. And guys, honestly, to me, it's not just that she would say something like this, okay, but that I mean, the question that I really struggle is like, are these people human? I mean, really, what makes someone? Because I think I've asked this before, but I'm still, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, how could somebody live with themselves, first of all? And then how, what is that? I don't know. I really like to know, okay, because when you say about that, okay, it's just so wrong on every level. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, so it's just really, okay, so it's just like, yeah, Cynthia asked, I'm seeing, at least I'm seeing here your post. Okay. And then of course, Jarida, he took over Michael Cohen's job, okay, in the connections with David Pecker. So that means, did you see, guys, there was a while back, there was this magazine about Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Come to Saudi Arabia. And that, all over. I remember the news about this. And then, of course, what happened before that? Jared was friends with David Pecker. What a coincidence. Oh my God, really? So it's just like, I want to know. Okay. Okay. And then, all right. So, okay. So then here's the question about the secret person, right? Let's find out what it is. And then, I mean, this might be too much. Okay, maybe for another time. There's a big article about how phase 2 of the Mueller investigation is going to be about the Middle East. Okay, and then UAE, which is the place where Dubai is. That's UAE. Okay, Saudi Arabia. Oh, really? Oh, no way, really? Oh my God, are you serious? Wow, no, really? Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. Okay, so then Israel. Oh, really? No. No. Really? No. Okay, and then did you see the article? I'm proud. So today came out that Ivanka was indeed over. Remember how I explained the thing to you guys, like how she overcharges? So it turns out that the woman, like I said, the Stephanie Winston, whatever her name is, I got confused. She has 2 last names. It turns out that she was indeed telling the truth. Okay, so it's a recording it's like the transcript is, oh, not transcript, it was an email exchange, I guess, that this woman, she was like emailing back and forth the guy, the guy at the hotel, and the guy's like, oh, it's 175,000, and she's like, what? Well, no, what about 85? And then in the end, of course, they paid more. Yeah. And then the money didn't go, the money didn't add up. Why? Because part of it goes to my pocket. Yeah, it goes to pocket. Yeah. So anyway, so let's get started, guys, okay? Let's get started. We have a lot to discuss. Let's get started. Guys, it's so funny. I know it's I kind of like talk, sometimes I talk about trolls or people complaining. So there's somebody left a comment the other day on my channel, and he had left nice comments at the very beginning. He's like, Rosie, you are a joke now. I can't take you seriously when you come out dressed like a Christmas tree. And I was like, well, that's the point. Yeah, that's the point of Christmas tree. But guys, it's so interesting. The whole thing. It's like, it's just like, you should go back to tarot because at least you're kind of good at it. And I know, it's interesting because there's a lot of people who prefer the traditional stuff, but I'm like, you know what? It's like, in a way, it's like, I know it's a niche, you know what I mean? But it's like, whatever. No, it is what it is. Here I am singing. Okay, singing. And whatever, it is what it, I mean, it's okay, right, guys? I think it's better to have conversations, we'll laugh a little, because I mean, I could not talk about these things on a straight face, like Kristen Nielsen. So depressing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna cry then? Like, literally, like, truly crying, So anyway, I just here. I'm glad we have conversations, Friday night parties, conversations. So okay, so guys, okay, how do we start, huh? 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 Okay. So, but it's so funny but don't you think it's hilarious that somebody's like, you a joke now? Well, don't you think the point of putting on, no, I'm going to go out there with the Christmas tree dress and be serious. Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me? I'm a tree, okay? I'm a tree. So anyway, okay, so guys, I'm just trying to think, what do I start with? Because it's a lot. Let's start with the hardest. Let's start with the hardest because then it gets lighter after that, okay? Let's start with the hardest, with this 7-year-old girl who died. And this monster, Kristen Nielsen, was like, yeah, well, that's what happens when you come to the US. Yeah, you die. I don't care. So obviously she doesn't care, right? So okay, so how, okay, this is my question. Okay, how is this woman human? How can somebody do, I really, guys, I do not understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, okay, hi Patty, I'm just asking you, starting, okay, the first question, which is about Kristen Nielsen, okay? How is she human? That's the question. So is Kristen Nielsen human? How can someone like that do that? Okay, guys. So this is interesting, and I think I've done a reading, not a reading, but I've addressed this topic before, and so it's interesting. So the answer is, hi Diva. So I'm just answering. I just did a close my eyes about Kristen Nielsen asked, is she human? So now I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna close here just because I want to make sure that I say what I saw. Okay, because it was quite interesting. So like I said, I've looked into this before. So but this time. So the answer is not totally unfamiliar, but it's interesting. Okay, so it said that basically she does this work because she's committed to this idea of the white supremacist thing, and also she believes in all those people in the Trump administration are not basically Nazis. Okay, they believe that there's this past era that was better, and they want to get rid of the past. Get rid of the present and build this like utopia that they want to build. So she thinks that she's doing the right thing. But what it shows, what I thought was quite interesting, was that I don't know if you guys remember actually a few days ago even, right? I did this reading when one of you asked, I think it was Korean, I don't remember who it was, might have been Korean, I don't remember who it was. Something like, how is there a God? Considering all the bad things that are happening, how could that be? And it was really interesting, right? It was this open-ended question. And the answer was that humans are arrogant, and we think that we know better whenever humans will decide something that is detached from the will of God, the will of the good. Then it becomes all about rationalizing and dehumanizing. So this is exactly what she does. Okay, so she is all about how if any religious, spiritual, anything, it's just always says the separation and the ego are analogous, right? And so that anybody who, if you believe in separation, if you believe that that we are against each other, just because the love is really all about connection, it's about oneness, and everything that is not about oneness then is about separation, and then there you go. So it's exactly like that. It's always about asserting someone over somebody else, and it's always about and this is what I think I'm going to say this was the most interesting part of this. It showed that, and this is true of all narcissists as well. I don't know, she may be a narcissist as well, but it shows that people that have, the mindsets of these people, okay, that believe, both who believe in these white supremacist ideas, okay, and are angry in general, is that I've talked about this about, in terms of Trump. Okay. So you have a negative emotion, and those people cannot stand negative emotions. Okay. So what they do is that they externalize the negative emotion. So for example, right, let's say somebody who is in a small town somewhere who has never met an immigrant and says, oh, I hate immigrants, they took my job. So they really don't want to think that it was the company that didn't want to spend money on their salaries or the benefits, whatever it was, and had to close the factory and the salaries are low, whatever. So then it's like, well, instead of feeling this negative feeling, I can externalize it into someone else. Okay, I can say that the negative feeling is someone who it's someone's fault, and I can point to that person. And the moment I point to that person, I feel better. I feel so much better. So as long as there is a scapegoat, I feel okay because I don't have to deal with the pain. Okay, so this is how it explains. Okay, so how it goes is that there always has to be a scapegoat, and the scapegoat in this case is the immigrant. Okay, so this is how she doesn't, and she said that she doesn't like going there. She doesn't like to feel that they're very human. Okay, which is like the Nazi idea, anyways, right? It's like, oh, let me just see them as things, as cattle or whatever. Honestly, right? It's like she's not really concerned with, seeing them as human or presenting them as human, because it's always about having the scapegoat. And it explains also, how like they always the white supremacists are about some little jokes like, oh yeah, so it's always like the sly smile and the thing overt, because it's the thing that what must always happen is a scapegoat. There has to be the externalizing, and this is how they justify. And it's saying here though that it's interesting, and this is also from like spiritual studies or whatever, that the way we're in this, I'm not saying that we're here to experience pain, but we're here to grow, and we only really grow when we examine the painful experience and transform it. So it shows that those people, they never want to grow. They really are so afraid ironically, they're so afraid of pain that they always they do everything they can to try to hide from it, because they're basically weak. Okay, weak people. So this is it. Okay, so this is explanations about her. Okay, so the other question I have, guys, I'm not even reading the comments. I'm going to read shortly as soon as I'm finished here, but with this question. So what can people like Kristen Nielsen be saved, quote unquote? Not saved, I mean, not that they will be absolved of their guilt and what they, the things they've done, but can they ever learn to see the humanity in others? It shows, guys, that only in downfall, okay, only when they have a serious downfall do they experience the pain of shame or feeling like they were fooled. And that's when they, something, because people don't change they only change through pain again. So unless they are highly disappointed, that's when they feel. And guys, what's so interesting, and I'm seeing here what's actually quite ironic, is that the disappointment they're going to suffer through Trump, understanding that he was just a traitor to them and to every, to all these things, is that, and that the economy is going to get worse, everything's going to get worse for them after he leaves, is that ironically, because of this disappointment, they're forced to look around. Okay. And there is they have to face their resentment and all those things. So this is interesting. So that's it, guys. Okay. So yeah. So this is interesting. Okay. So, yeah, so it's just kind of, wow, that was kind of interesting. Okay. So not just for everybody, guys. Okay. So everybody. Okay. So I feel like, yeah, what's going to happen I've said, guys, I've seen before, just a little fresher, but I see that in her whole life, she's going to pay for this. She's going to have to hide, her identity, whatever. What's going to happen to Kristen Nielsen after Trump leaves? So guys, I don't know. I almost feel like she could be sent to the Hague or something, okay? I feel like it's a crime against humanity, whatever you call it, right? I don't know if this is it. And because they're going to look into everything that happened in these camps, we're going to find out a lot more information. So there's going to be all these hearings, but I see her in some sort of prison outfit, but not American prison, okay? They're going to have to find out what it is that, it's like they're going to find out everything, how they organize these camps, who was responsible for it, how many people died, what, all these things. So I feel like it's possible, okay, that because I still see her, for me, it does look like some sort of a Hague. I don't think that it's if indivisible, let's stick to the schedule, okay, just for now, because like I said, there's a lot and I don't want to, just for now, okay? So I've said Steve Miller is different, okay? Steve Miller is different because he works within the White House, and it's just a whole other day, okay? I'm gonna put it here, but another day, not now, okay? So let's just focus here because, like I said, I've explained before, what happens with visions is that I explain what I see. So if I don't explain it, it's not there. I don't see in my vision Stephen Miller. So it's like next time it's like I can ask about him. Okay, so I can't. It doesn't. You know what I mean? So that's it. Okay, sorry. So anyway, so next, like I was saying, I see her in some sort of like there's gonna be her whole life. She's gonna become the face of this new era of what is it called? Nazi, whatever you call it. What is it? White supremacist or fascism? Okay, so it's just gonna be just like we had. I'm not gonna say that she's like Mengele because obviously I mean, as awful as it is, it's not quite on that scale. But she's gonna be one of the iconic people who are responsible for the American concentration camps. Okay, so that's her legacy, and she's gonna have to spend all her time having to respond to this, and not having. I don't think she's gonna have money because all the money, if she has any, is gonna be spent on lawyers. Okay, so okay. And I don't think, guys, I don't think she's going to repent. No, I don't think she's going to be like, oh, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. No, it's like, because it's so obvious, right? What is right now, the era that we live, there's so many recorded interviews. What is she going to say? So, okay. Okay. So next. Okay. So, wow, this is interesting, guys. Okay. So, but honestly, guys, this is why I feel like indivisible. If add it, we can add it to the list. Okay, so but then next time would you, just because I have to stick to this. Okay. So, but guys, it's like I was thinking about it. I was thinking of like how each time I look at the news, it's even more disgusting. It's so disgusting to have. It's really disgusting. Okay, so anyway, so it's just like really disgusting. But then I was thinking, what it is that right now we're seeing these things that have happened, always happened, but we don't see it. We never saw it before. So you know what I mean? So this is what I think is what we have to remember, that it is painful, but it is painful because we didn't know about this before and this is coming out. So this is the only way to heal. You know what I mean? If we wanted to just be like, oh, let's look at gardening magazine or whatever, it's not how it is. So we just have to, we're confronted with this, and this is the only way that we can grow. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? That we have to see what's going on. Okay. All right. So interesting. All right. So then, okay, I'll just cross it off. Okay. Okay, guys. So next, let's go to the question about Mueller, okay, because I feel like it has more urgency too. Is the question of what is happening in this secret hearing. Okay, what is happening? What's this? What is happening? What is going on in this? Did you see that apparently they closed the 5th floor of this courthouse or whatever just so that they could have this, and it was extremely top secret. So what is going on? Okay, what is going on? Tell us. Court reporter. Okay. Okay, guys, so it shows, I feel like it's, and maybe it's because I've seen the names of the attorneys, okay, the ones that, it's a woman who's a specialist in terrorism and another guy who supposedly, if I recall correctly, he is a specialist in trials, okay? So I feel like they're explaining why, because this person is trying to, to claim that Mueller is not valid, all these different things. And I think what they do, if I'm correct here, is that they expose why they give a lot of, this is why also they wanted to make it a super secret, is because they give the information, okay, about the I don't want to say plots, but a lot more meat, okay, about what's really going on here, okay, and why it's so serious. And so they explain what the role of this guy is, and so there's information here, okay, that is much more, because Mueller is very much about keeping cards close to the chest, but I think it's really about, so what's going to happen? Is Mueller going to be allowed to continue? Is the guy who's claiming to say he does not want to testify, will he get away with it? Contempt of court, okay? He's gonna try to not go, but he's gonna be held in contempt of court, and then he's gonna have to go to prison if he doesn't want to. But I feel like this thing, guys, before I see him eventually going to prison with the handcuffs, yeah. But I think that may be after he goes to what's his name, Stone. I feel like it comes out after, or either with or after Roger Stone is indicted and goes to jail straight, okay? Because it shows how he's part of a conspiracy. There's a whole conspiracy here, and all these people, they're kind of cute or whatever, right? So it's just like they're kind of like, it's like he's the guy. I shows him like being thrown in jail, kind of like as if he were a drunken person, like a guy who was caught in a fight or something. Okay, so you know what I mean. So it's sort of like the guy. He's totally not just unprepared, but out of his depth. Okay, just kind of like he's. Yeah, imagine if you just feel like it's trolling. That's what it is. He's trolling. Okay. Trolling. That's exactly what it is. This guy is trolling, and he's just wants to waste time. Except that he actually committed a crime. It's not just trolling. He is part of it, but it's like his motives are wrong. There's no. It's without merit. But Mueller wants to address it because he wants to cut it from the root. Okay. So, all right. So this is it now. Yeah, so once it's decided, it's like the guy goes, contempt and quickly the stuff. And I think it may be that Mueller is actually waiting for this before he indicts, what's his name, Roger Stone. The whole thing comes out. Okay. So now quickly, guys, just want to go now to, and let me know now. I'm going fast because there's so many questions. Okay, there's a lot of questions. Okay. So now. That quick question I told you guys about, okay? Flynn said he was misled by the FBI. Why? They seem like the people were discussing, they're like, it's so dumb that he did that. Everyone believed that he had done the right thing by just saying that he collaborated, he did all these things. So okay, let's see. So what's happening here? Why did Michael Flynn say those things? So guys, it's interesting because I see him kind of like, he's as if you were in court, okay? And then he's like, he's regretful, whatever. But then it's like he leaves a message. It's like he makes an offering on the side just in case. Okay. He's like, oh, just in case, why not? Why not? Just doesn't hurt. So interesting. So yeah, it's just because he feels that he can't put all the eggs in one basket. I don't understand why he did that because it seems so dumb. But I think he's waving I don't know. He's just, part of me thinks that he needs to give some sort of signal that almost for Trump to screw up or something. It just seems like really, it is really, it makes no sense. There's no reason behind it, but I think part of it may be that um he's giving a signal to Trump, okay, to say that, to keep up with the propaganda. But I almost feel like he knows that Trump is not going to survive this, but he's giving him some sort of rope. I don't know. So this is what I feel. Okay, this is what I think it is. Because in a weird way, guys, actually his argument is the same as Papadopoulos. Since he got a short jail, the recommendation for almost no jail sentence, then he feels like he just might as well not, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, but he already gave the information, right? It's so strange. So why did you do that, Flynn? Didn't you give the information? Well, I don't want to feel like they got me. I did it because I knew that everything was wrong. But you know what? Yeah, it's really, guys, this ego. Okay. Ego. It's the ego. So it's just that he wants to say, no, I didn't, he wants to give it to the other side as well, just in case he decides to, to do something else after this. Okay. It sounds strange. Okay. So you know what I mean? So that he's still with the propaganda, kind of. Basically, he's not, for example, right? So, for example, Michael Cohen, even though he has not collaborated to the extent that Southern District wanted, he's out there saying that he's against Trump, that he does not want anything from him, and all those things, right? But Flynn isn't. So this is an interesting difference, okay? So it's that he's saying he knows all this stuff he's done wrong, probably because the feds and everybody have the evidence. If the evidence wasn't there, he would not have said it, okay? So it's interesting, okay? So then it shows that it's just a means of him to say, okay, I'm not like Michael Cohen, basically. But a pardon would do nothing. He's already given the information. Okay, so this is it. So is he gonna, okay, just quickly, is there gonna be a consequence to this? Is he gonna go to jail? Yeah, I think there's something on hold, okay? There may be something on hold. And that I think once things come out, I kind of feel like things may come out that will make everyone and everything look even worse, because we don't know half the story. So this is it, okay? So it's on hold. I don't know that it's going to be sentenced right away, right? I don't think so, but we'll see. Okay. All right. So no, he can't leave. I don't know, guys. Okay, so let's see. I've already done a reading on him. Remember, I actually did see him in the Middle East, so we'll see. Let me move on, because now there's other questions. Okay, so next is Papadopoulos. Yeah, Papadopoulos. Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. So what's going on in Papadopoulos? A, he wants to run for office supposedly, and then B, the FBI is investigating him because there's even more evidence that he was collaborating with Russians. So what's going on? So, guys, it's interesting. It's interesting because it shows, I think I've seen this before, that he has this ego. And this is true of pretty much all the people that accepted Russian money and that decided to work for the Russians. Okay, they have this ego thing and they're relatively mediocre. Okay, and yet if they kept doing this work, they got attention, they became quote unquote celebrities. So he liked this guy. He has this huge ego. and he feels like I'm gonna be famous. And I see the first image I got was like his money on his pocket. Like he wants money. He doesn't have any money. He wants a lifestyle. He's like, they paid us so well. It was so much better if I can just keep doing this. I'm just doing PR for them. That's really what I do. They kind of are, they're actors. Okay. So he just has this like, I'm an actor. I'm famous. And people are interviewing me. I'm talking to them. It's like, it's all about attention, attention, attention. Okay. So this is it. Okay. So then it shows, guys, don't forget, oh my God, guys, these are minor characters, okay? They're just bottom feeders. They're hoping for bigger things. Corsi, whatever, it's the same, just kind of bottom feeder random folks, okay? That would never get into the middle, into the center. So they find, so what the Russians do, they give him attention, okay? And they feel important now. So then it's like, he's like, yeah, I'm so, and it shows that, and this is interesting, guys. So what it shows is that the Mueller investigation on its own, it's looking for the connection for Trump and between Trump and Russia. So in order for them to get that, okay, they have to cut through everybody. You know what I mean? They have to, okay, got next. However, once these people are liberated from the Mueller investigation, the FBI starts another investigation. This is something that's not discussed. But Mueller can't possibly let all these people, he can't possibly try everyone. He can't possibly, all these different things. So what happens is that there's investigations into all these people. Like, it's not going to go away. These people are going to be investigated in a much more hardcore manner. It's just that they don't want, I feel like they don't want to waste the energy and the media attention, okay? Because they feel like because what Trump and all these people want is to this is why, guys, it's so distract. So if they could be like, the media could be talking about how Papadopoulos wants to run for office. Yes, he's investigated, okay, because there's more information that he was indeed in contact with Russians. But like I said, from the FBI, now it's all, I think the connection with the Mueller investigation is over, but the FBI is now is working this. So what, like I said, what it's showing, guys, is that like I said, there's more there, and these people are going to be investigating for a long time. Okay, it's not gonna end. It's just that Mueller has a mandate. He has this, like, he wants to preoccupy himself with the bigger fish. Okay, so exactly, this is it. Exactly, Jen saying here, as I read that someone on Ape sent info to Schiff, and he's going to investigate. Exactly. So they're sending these investigations to different areas, but it's not going away. It's just that for Mueller, he has bigger fish to fry, basically. Okay, so that's what I think. Okay, is this true of all these people? That they will still be investigated. Yeah, they're under a microscope. They don't think they are, but they are. And they're doing, and it's giving me the example again, guys, that just as, these shows I watch where the FBI catches, knows who the bank robber is, and they just watch the bank robber. Instead of arresting them right away, they want to see how they work and where to find them and all this stuff. So I'm sure it's not like he has the opportunity. These people are so stupid. They're like, oh, they're not going to look at me anymore. No, they don't. I'm fine. I know I can't. I got not no time, nothing. So, okay. What about some guys? I remember, guys. I remember Simona. What's going to happen to her? Is she going to have a big Hollywood actress? Big actress? Huh? She's going to be like a very big. Is she going to be a big actress? Action movie? Huh? Okay. So, guys, it's interesting. I think I remember a while back that I saw this thing where she was trained from an early age, okay? And she's, Russian and stuff. So what it showed, unfortunately, is that she really actually wants to go to Hollywood and become sort of actress or celebrity. They both love it, okay? She and what's his name, Papadopoulos, but she has a debt. I feel like she may have been a victim of human trafficking. Okay, she may have been. I feel like there's some sort of mob connection, probably the Russian mob here. Oh, and this is guys. I remember how I talked about it before. I don't know if I've talked about this before. So the thing with her, and I don't think she's Italian, truly Italian, is that she claims to be from an area in Italy that's around Naples. Naples, the Naples accent is very Napolitan. Like it's very specific. Okay, it's almost, and other Italians from the north, they laugh at the Naples accent. So, but her accent has nothing to do with the Naples accent. Okay, so however, my theory is that she claims she's from there because there's a mafia, okay, called Camorra, very serious mafia called Camorra, and they could give the ID, they could provide her new existence. Okay, so it's just so they could, it's like if you're in that area, it's like if you're like, hey, I'm looking for her, and they're like, no, what are you talking about? Because really the southern Italy is kind of like how the mafia, American mafia, and all like this, but she does not speak like that at all. It's just there's nothing about her that tells me she's from that region. So anyway, so what I was saying about the mafia stuff is that she wants to be famous. She wants to she wants to keep, she's Michelle says something. She wants to like go up and be famous and everything because there's a real dark side to her, not just to her, but to her connections. I feel like they feel like, who do you think you are? We own you. You need to give us money or whatever it is. And I feel like she gets involved with bad types. Okay. Either that or there's like a violent boyfriend afterwards. She just kind of, her life is, I don't know, ends very badly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Okay, she just looks like she falls into crime or drug. I don't know. It just ends badly. I'm not saying she's going to be a porn actor, but it was kind of like something like that where she, yeah, it's just very bottom feeder kind of thing. Okay, she wants to be famous for all costs. She thinks that it's going to be okay. It's like desperation. Okay, so they're both like hustlers, desperate hustlers. Okay, so, okay. So, all right, let's see here next. Okay. Okay, so here. Okay, so guys, oh my God, I'm fast, huh? So funny. Yeah, I don't think you're saying. No, I don't think I heard. No, I know. It's obvious. It's a show. He's gay. I'm sorry. That guy is as gay as it gets. Okay. It's very obvious, right? I think to me he's gay. She's not gay. It's just she's the beard, okay? And it was a marriage of convenience, okay? It's sort of like, what is it called? The illegals, okay? They were matched by secretarias, okay? They're whatever service, okay? So okay. So now, guys, the two questions here. I want to actually, I'm driven towards. I want to find out about Mick Mulvaney, okay? Mick Mulvaney. So, seriously, yeah, don't you think? I mean, is it okay? Let me just ask: Is Papadopoulos gay? Is it gay? Yeah, very gay. Cause the bottom, yeah. So yeah, I just he's like, no, he likes me, huh? Oh. That, like, I'm sorry, like, oh. Yeah. And I said before, guys, she in Italy, a lot of countries, Italy, women who are, I'm just saying, blonde women get a lot of attention. She's relatively attractive. Okay. So in Italy, I don't know if you've been, the men are spectacular, look amazing, the Italian men. Okay. So she was going to pick Papadopoulos. I don't think so. I'm sorry. It makes no sense whatsoever that she would marry. Out of the men she could have picked, she's going to pick that guy. There's no way. No way. She would have married him. Okay, it's pretty obvious. So, so that's it. Okay, so no, I think he's gay. Okay, so now let's move to Mick. Okay, now I'll answer the question. Yeah, important question. Important question. So, Mick Mulvaney. Okay, Okay, so Mick Mulvaney, guys, I forgot, he's in the budget office, and I think he was the head of the consumer bureau. He is just a really horrible person here, okay? So what's gonna happen to, is he gonna be the chief of staff, and what's gonna happen? I feel like he must be under investigation. I've seen something before, very shady, okay? So I don't know what's up with him, huh? Huh? Okay. Mick Mulvaney. What's going on? Okay. So guys, okay, so this is interesting. So it showed that this guy, okay, he is, this was like a really weird, I guess, the vision is a little strange here. So, I'm trying to think of the actor. There's this actor who is always like, he's a white guy who looks really kind of, he's like a skinny guy who, I forgot his name. He's been in a lot of movies. He's been in some Jim Jarmusch. Oh, I forgot his name, guys. I don't remember his name, but it's like his eyes like a creepy kind of guy. Okay, so what it shows is that this guy, I forgot. I don't know what the name is. What is the name of that actor? I don't even remember. I don't know. Anyway, that he is, I think, the Fargo. I know there were two. I don't know if the guy was in Fargo. Let me just see here. 1 second. Okay, I'll look. I think it was Fargo. So, Buscemi. That's right, Steve Buscemi. Okay, so he's like, it's like that crook. Okay, the small crook, like the crazy guy with his side drug addiction who steals and has a criminal group that he's friends with, whatever. Is that right? Buscemi, that's it. Buscemi. Yeah. Buscemi. So anyway, so it's kind of like that. He has that energy of those characters like that he plays, those kind of like outsider thieves or weirdo thieves in the middle of the night. So what it shows is that he has now his crimes, which I thought it was, and maybe it could be connected to Russians, but I feel like he has some sort of history of financial crimes. Okay, it could be like stock market manipulation, pump and dump schemes. It could be stuff like buying a piece of land, scams. Okay, those kinds of scams, like small time scams, fooling people, doing those kinds of things, money scams. Okay, and he has this. It's like these people are after him. Okay, and it's like the people that either they invested money with him or that they did these small time crimes together or false loans, those kinds of things, basically, essentially financial crimes. Okay. And, actually he was head of like the financial, oh my God, I can't even. What I'm thinking? Wasn't he the head of a consumer bureau? Wasn't he connected to that? I think that I remember Elizabeth Warren wanted to get rid of, she fought hard to put that together after the recession, and then he wanted to destroy this. So I just feel like the reason, it's obviously people want to destroy the government, and I almost feel like they put him there because of this, because he's a swindler. He's really, you know what pump and dump is, right? It's when you have a stock that's fake, and they push, oh no, buy this stock, it's a great stock, great stock, and then everybody, the people who own it sell it when they have the back holders, that type of person. Okay, so he has these like small time-ish financial schemes, and it's all about these weird, that he, this weird, like I said, kind of like weird schemes. I don't know what it is, but it's something. So I see these people, he has a phone in his pocket, and these people are calling him, where's my money? Where's, like, this is why it reminds me of Shame, like, oh, where are you? I need you. Where's the money, man? Where's the money? So it's just like, this is, oh my God, look. He's trying to lift restrictions on high interest payday loanages. Exactly. So it's just like a small, he has, but he's not just, he's not really, this is what I think about him, in that he's involved in his crimes. Okay. And fraud, what is he going to be? Fraud, money laundering, wire. What is the other crime? There's like a wire fraud. There's a wire something crime. Okay. Is wire transfer, something like that. So he's just like I said, he's specialist in financial crimes. Okay. So again, guys, this is interesting. Yet again, that I saw the thing. Remember how I saw the thing about Jared, how Jared wanted to be in the spotlight so that he would not be arrested. Same thing with this guy. There's somebody is looking for him, and he owes people money, kind of like Manafort. You know how Manafort owed money to the oligarch, but I think he owes money to the shadow characters in the Midwest or something like that. Okay. And I feel like they're after him. And if he's in the White House, they can't get the money. Okay, so he's kind of hiding. He feels that he's going to be okay if he hides for a while. He does that job. He feels safer. Can you imagine? In other words, you have to be really desperate to be doing it. You know what I mean? Think about it. It's crazy, right? So, okay, so, and the other thing I saw, guys, is that he is going to he may start the job. Okay, but I don't think it's sort of like, for example, I don't know if when you're leaving a job, you train someone and you show this is how you do it. And just as I'm saying goodbye, well, I'm sure you're fine here, you can do whatever. Then the whole thing falls apart. And I see this image, this is an interesting image of light, as if finally the light comes, and the destiny is achieved, in the sense that Trump falls apart, because it's the time for Trump to go. And he's like, so he's, so it's kind of like it reminded me, guys, when you see these movies about, even though it's not the traditional mob, it's just like this crooks, guys, Trump is surrounded by crooks. He only gets along with people who are crooked. Think about it. So the people that are the most, this is what it is also saying here. This is a huge red flag when right now the people that want to be close to him are so in trouble that they feel safer if they are close to him. I mean, think about it. No clean person is gonna want to be near Trump for any reason. Because clean people know, no, why am I gonna waste my time, my money? I'm gonna go for like lawsuits, everything you get involved, But this guy, he's pretty desperate, so he feels that it's okay, in that and I feel like he is. I think it might have been. I think he was in the transition. Okay. He might have been in the transition as well. So it's just like he knows about the schemes, and it's like, oh my God, guys, it's so disgusting. I see him talking to Trump. He's like, I always need to be on the cut. It's a little bit like if you get into a scheme, then you always get a cut out of something. So he's looking for a hustle. That's how he sees it. Like that's why he reminds me so much of these Steve Buscemi characters, okay? I don't know what you call it, but it's like just like small town. Hey man, yeah, do you got a deal for me, huh? What's up? Like that, So it's just like, hey, yeah, I could kill somebody if you pay me and stuff. So, so this is it, okay? So this is it. So that's what it looks like, guys. Okay, the reason. Okay, why did Trump pick him? Yeah, because Trump picks the compromised people that he can control. So, he knows this guy is in trouble. He knows he can control him. This is why. So he gets them. Okay, he's tried several people. They all say no, because no, obviously, right? But this guy, like I said, guys, I don't know if he's in serious trouble with these like schemers and like small time drug dealers. I don't know what it is. It's something in the middle of the country, okay? So anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not. It's kind of used, honestly, Holly. This is not the kind of question that I, it's kind of like away. So whatever. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we'll see what happens. There's gonna be new actors. There have to be new actors and everything. So so. Oh, that's right. This is it, G-Day. Perfect. This is it. This is exactly it. Tells you everything you need to know about him. Mulvaney said he would only talk to lobbyists if they contributed to his campaign. Exactly. This is it. He gets a cut. Snorting Adderall. Okay, yeah, guys. Okay, so there was. Let me just ask for Grace. He wants to know about Trump snorting. Was Trump doing Adderall? Oh, somebody asked a question connected. I want to ask about Adderall, and somebody asked a question about why he's so fat if he's if he's an Adderall addict. So, so this is interesting. Okay, so then this is an interesting question. If he is an addict of Adderall, how come he's fat? He's supposed to be skinny if you are addicted to speed. So, okay, what are his drugs? Does he take Adderall with drugs? Yeah, he has. So it shows, guys, honestly, it shows that he, you probably know that Adderall is an upper, right? And so is cocaine. And so it shows that he's actually much more into cocaine than he's Adderall. The guy may have seen him do Adderall, but he also does cocaine, and he has more money and he does cocaine, okay, when he can. So I feel like he, how do you say? So this is the thing. It shows that he's kind of like, he is, I don't want to say bipolar, but he has ups and downs, okay? Because if you're, like I'm saying, you're a speed freak or whatever you call it, it's the person's always on, never, no come down. But him, it's something different. It's like he has the mania, okay? He doesn't sleep, and then he gets like depressed or tired, and that's when he eats, okay? So I feel like there's an element of this, okay? And I think he did that more for partying and everything. Now he says he parties a little bit less, but that's that, okay? So guys, meth is something else. Methamphetamine is something else, I guess. Meth, okay? I don't know. Guys, full disclosure, I do take Adderall for ADD, okay? So it's interesting that that for people that don't have what I have, it's an upper. For me, I could take one and I fall asleep the next day. So it's kind of interesting, okay? So, so it has a different effect. It's not always like upper for everyone. And obviously people who take this recreationally, I'm sure they take huge quantities. And it's like they do it for recreational purposes, okay? So what I was going to say. But anyway, so cocaine, interesting, yeah. So yeah, I just feel like he's an upper, guys, okay? He's an upper type person. And he is also, because if you don't, this is, for people, I don't know that he may have some sort of ADD, okay, I don't know, but I've never taken cocaine, I don't know what it's like, but I think it gives you focus. So I would imagine that he would probably be interested in that type of thing, okay? So, but it's just like, you feel like he's very scattered, okay? And guys, the first image I saw is that, do you remember there was a debate? I think it was even with Hillary. There was a white all over his nose. Do you remember this? I don't know if you remember this. There was images of, it was obvious that he had done cocaine. Okay, it was pretty obvious. So it's telling me that for what he likes and what he is, cocaine gives a higher, what is it called? I don't know how to explain it. It's like a more intense emotion or something. Okay. So it's not working. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't even know you could. I mean, I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy. I would never. I can't even imagine snorting things. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't know that. But anyway. So yeah, I don't know that it's just that he's a kind of person who, like I said, does uppers, and I think he's just. But I don't. I mean, I feel like, guys, like I said, I think he has, what is it called? Like I said, there's something about him where he is like, like me, like he's the lack. I mean, I have different, it's like he's distracted. Okay. But I don't think that he has addiction, okay, in the sense that most people do. I get, not that, okay, I'm not super familiar with people who have addiction either, but I don't feel like he has this ego. Okay, this is interesting about him. He has a huge ego, and he is not, he is not a, it's for he, he's a thrill seeker. He has maybe addictive personality like that, but he's not. There's something about self-preservation with him, okay, that he does not let himself be look bad, or he's aware of a lot of things. Okay, so this is kind of interesting about him. Okay, I don't think he is willing to let himself go in the way that he thinks. So he's not the kind of person, for example, who would be able to do heroin, okay, or like inject something on the arm, stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? So I think his ego, this is the thing about him, his ego is very powerful, and he just keeps going because he thinks like, I'm a queen, I'm a king, I'm this, I'm that. And so that keeps him going. Okay. So that's it. And like I said, the weight gain has to do with, although he is mostly an upper, he has this personality bipolar. He's like, I'm not saying, like I said, I don't know that he's bipolar, but he has this like intensity, and then he gets like very depressed, and then he gets a thing, and then he gets, so, and I think as you get older and his age, I think you sleep a lot less. So it's not like he would totally necessarily crash massively. Okay. Is that he also doesn't need to sleep as much. So that's that. Okay. So yeah, guys, honestly, this is maybe the first time I've ever seen something positive about him to remember, is that he really is, there's just something about him, his ego. He's performing. He's always performing. And I think that's actually kind of interesting. It shows me here. That's his life force. It's evil, but it's the life force. He needs that attention. He's ongoing. He's like, da, da, da. So, all those things. Okay. So let me ask this question, actually. How come he's never had a heart attack, considering his lifestyle? Okay. And life force, it's saying life force. He has this will to survive, honestly, guys, and he has an ego, huge ego. I'm not saying, I'm not recommending to be like him, but it just shows that he, the fact that he wants to push people out, and he wants to go to the top, and he's lived a very intense life, but it's kind of like, that's his energy. Okay, he's not a depressed person, obviously, right? He's just exactly, life just staged to manipulate. He's just like thrilled by what could happen. It's kind of like, it's a kind of, from what I'm observing here, is interesting, okay, actually, to think about it, because it's interesting. A lot of people who are nice people and really good people, the whole thing with depression is like, you blame yourself, and you like, think about, like, can you imagine, guys, if you never had any self-doubt, if you had no doubts? It's like, there's something, like, it's amazing, if you live in that world. I'm not saying that I'm not justifying how he is. I'm not saying that it's good for him or anything, but it's just like, imagine, it's like you're superhuman. You're like, I'm the greatest. I'm always awesome. Everything is great, and everybody does what I want. It's like, it's just really, you really always go up, and everything is always great. And anybody's in front of you, you're like, boom, get out of here, bitch. What? I don't know. It's just like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's really, because it's so foreign from example. Like, I don't like a lot of human interaction. It's just like, some people are different. I just cannot be like caring about like, oh, do they like me? Do you think I look good for the magazine? Like, do you believe my image or whatever? Like, that's how he is, what feeds him. So it's just very different from, I know, for me, and I'm sure a lot of people, but it's just interesting to see, and it's like the devil. Yeah. It's like he burns. Yeah. So I don't know that he's has a lot of meds. I don't know, guys. I just feel like, yeah, it's the other thing, guys. Have you noticed? I'm not disputing healthy ideas about health, but for example, there's a lot of people who are like vegan or vegetarian or whatever, and they die early. Okay, like, it's like, sometimes, honestly, it doesn't always mean that just because you're like just because you're super healthy, from what we consider healthy, doesn't mean that you're not going to die, or that you're going to die in weird, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I was just going to say that I know people who are super healthy, and that, like, things happen to them, and that people that are really unhealthy like him, and smoke cigarettes and don't have cancer. You know, I'm not saying, guys, I'm not saying that, like I said, that it's, I'll say, no, don't do anything, just whatever, you know, it's not, doesn't matter, whatever. But it's just like, look at Keith Richards, guys. Keith Richards, yeah, he's fine. He's now I don't know how he's like, I'm done with drinking. Nah, I'm fine. No. So it's just, you know what I mean? It's kind of amazing. But did you read the book about one thing I thought was really remarkable about Keith Richards is that he when he was doing heroin, he got it from the pharmacy in England. They sold it, okay, from the pure heroin. He was not doing drugs from the street drugs. He was only getting the best drugs. So that may have something to do with it. He was only, I don't have good drugs, clean pharmacy, direct for me, hello, heroin, whatever. I'm sure that's not what happens with most people who are, you know, street, like on the street or whatever. He was rich. Okay, let's just get real. It'll probably be a bit different. You know what I mean? So anyway, so now any other questions here? Okay. Okay, so wow, so guys, all that's crazy. I mean, I want to, guys, seriously, Middle East, I kind of don't want to do it now because it's maybe a little complicated. Oh, that's the last question. Let's do the last question, which is about Kushner and Pecker. This is kind of interesting. So as the news reported that he took over the role that Michael Cohen had, which is to connect with Pecker. So as you know, what Pecker did for Trump during the election, he would publish all these bad stories on Hillary. He would buy, you know, the money. So the thing that happened, guys, that, you know, after, this is obvious, right? Did you see the magazine that was published by this David Packer about Saudi Arabia? So obviously, guys, you know, it's sickening to me that Jared, he really isn't, he's an agent for foreign power, literally, okay? He really is an agent for Saudi Arabia. That's his job. So I want to know, what is it? What did he do? What did Packer do for Jared? And is it criminal? I mean, I'm sure it is, but I want to know more details. Okay, so what's happening with Jared? What's the connection between Jared and David Packer, and what has he? Guys, you know, it's so interesting. It's so creepy, guys. So creepy. I'm like, I need to shower after this. I need to shower. So Jared has a knife, okay, and it shows that he loved having access to the National Enquirer because that was the tool that would allow him to stab people in the back. So that was a tool that allowed him to say, okay, if somebody's critical of the administration, let's go stab them. Yeah, it was like, it's so great to have that ability to backstab them, you know, to do all of this. So guys, you know, the other thing that was really awful, and maybe, I don't know if you've read the article, but I had forgotten about it, is that, I don't know if you knew that, remember the woman Brzezinski, I forgot how you say her name, Mika, and that guy, I don't remember the guy's name, Joe and Mika is right in the morning. So I don't know if you remember this. There was a time where he said negative things about Trump, and then they thought. I watched this episode when they were talking about how these random people started call their house or were following them. Yeah, something really creepy like that. They're like, yeah, we're being followed. We have kids, so we got really scared. They got really scared, and so we wanted to reach out to Trump because he was somebody from the it was somebody from the National Enquirer. This is why, and I remember, guys, oh my God, this is it. Somebody from the National Enquirer was after us. And we got really scared. They were like, they were just very honest. I believe them. They were honest, okay, about it, the way they were saying it. And so it showed, guys, and this is like Jared. And then they called Jared. Okay, so they're like, for some reason, somebody said, we should talk. So they talked to Jared, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do something. It's like, did you get the message? Yeah, that's what happens, huh? Mm-hmm. So it was sort of like a way to, it's kind of like, even though if in the mafia they would, oh my God, it's so disgusting, guys, really, seriously, like really is, yeah, wow. It's really gross. It's really creepy. Like I said, he loved it. He wishes he had something like this where he would just, it's like, was it uncomfortable? Was it, Mika? It was, huh? Now you know. Yeah. Now you know what happens. And I think obviously this guy Pecker is gonna tell what the people that he did this to, because it was not just the articles, okay, it was the full package. Do you like I have a package? Yeah. I choose harassment package. Harassment package, bad article, insulting the mother. Yeah. So, guys, extortion, blackmail, okay? Extortion. Extortion, yeah. So it's like forcing someone to do something. So this is it. Part of like, oh my God, guys. And yeah, so this is very serious. So this is it. Okay. So it's just part of the criminal thing. Okay. Very, I mean, it's disgusting. And he was definitely promoting, and this is interesting. So it shows just the same way that he would go after people who were critical of Trump, he will give space to people who paid a lot of money. Like, what's his name? MBS. Oh, yes, please give him a great story. Let's give him his own magazine because he's so great. He's been so great to me and my family. So this is it, guys. And I think he's told the prosecutors what Jared told him about MBS and why it was important. He was like, yes, we need to do a great magazine. And there was a woman from Saudi Arabia who was imported just with that task to make a beautiful magazine. She was very sophisticated, very nice. And I was there. Yeah. Oh, and you guys somebody said, I feel bad for Cohen. Guys, for reals, do you really think that Michael Cohen is going to suffer like everybody else? I don't think he will, honestly. He's going to suffer. His 3 years is not that long, okay? He's not that long. I think he's going to be okay, honestly. It's not as, I don't feel bad for him, okay? I feel like he's fine. He's not, I mean, you know what I feel bad about? Did you see the story? Did you see the story about the woman? I forgot her name, okay? So she was 15 or 16 and she killed her rapist, okay? And she got 40, 50 years in jail. I feel bad for her, okay? I don't feel bad for Michael Cohen. Okay, I really do not feel bad for these people. None of these people, I do not feel bad for them at all. And I think if they're beaten in jail, whatever. So does that. Have you watched prison documentaries? You should watch prison documentaries. It's like people get beaten or whatever. That's what he did. Okay, so it's just really, I just want to say this, okay? So like I said, I don't feel bad for any of these people. They do not suffer that badly, honestly. Do not suffer very much. If you compare all these people who go to prison for very minor things, or for I mean, that woman, I forgot her name. Honestly, they're saying that hopefully she. Oh, let me ask about her. Actually, I wanna ask about her. What was her name? Let me find her name. What was it? Clemency. Cyntoia Brown, okay? Tennessee governor is still waiting clemency for Cyntoia Brown. So what's going to happen to her, okay? Cyntoia Brown, I want to know. Because I feel bad for her. Like, I don't feel bad for him. 3 years is nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. Okay. The woman who 8 years in prison because of she voted. Okay. So. So guys, interesting. I see Cyntoia Brown. I don't know. It might be that she may get clemency from Tennessee, but I think ultimately she's going to be pardoned. I don't know if there's such a thing, if it's possible, okay, that she's going to be freed, okay. And then I see her going to, actually, I could be wrong, okay. So she could go to law school. I feel like she's going to become a historian. I mean, there's going to be a lot of changes to and I'm getting goosebumps, which is always a good sign. Changes to the legal system, okay, because of her case, okay. And I think she's going to become an advocate, and there are already a lot of people who are helping her, okay. But I think it's as low, and this is also the other thing, guys. People get out of prison, and what are they going to do? Like, what happens? You know what I mean? So it's a slow climb. Okay, I feel like she needs some sort of restitution or some sort of money so she doesn't have to necessarily work in like a job that pays nothing, you know, so she could get her education and go forward, okay, and do things and help people, because she feels that it's interesting. I feel that she feels so blessed, okay, you know, and I'm getting goosebumps that, you know, look in comparison to all these people, like she feels that she's gonna get, there's gonna be a way out of it for her, and I think she's gonna want to pay it back, okay, so yeah. Wow, oh look, Michelle. Oh my gosh, she works oh my god, look. Michelle, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, that's crazy. Oh. Mm. So so oh, oh, oh. Mm. So that's very exciting. So okay guys, so this is it, you know, Centura Brown. I feel like something was gonna come out of it. I don't think that she's gonna, I do think that, how old is she? I think she's in her 20s now, okay? If anything, the most she's gonna go is in her 30s, okay? I don't think she's gonna be in prison for much longer. And if she is, I think she's gonna turn around. There's just something, I don't know. It could be, of course, I am positive in general, you know, but I think it's, you know, this is what I think is remarkable about her that I'm sensing here, that she has no bitterness. Okay, I'm not saying that she should, I mean, I feel like she should have bitterness, right? She should be angry. But she, you know, after everything that happened, she feels that it was a miracle, and that considering the life that she had before, it was all abuse. It's like she didn't even know this existed. And this is how sad, you know, guys, like, oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. But it's like so sad, you know, some people, it's just like really, it's like her life before. And I'm saying that jail, it's like in a way, it's really that people care for her, and that she feels like it turned her life around, and that she, you know, she sees that there's like so much good, and it's nice, you know. I feel like she's blessed in a weird way. I feel like she's, you know, she has a higher, I don't know how to explain it, she has a purity of heart, I guess I can call it that, okay? So that's that. So anyway, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I was like, you know, sometimes you think about it, it's like so sad, you know, to think about these people that so many people oppressed, you know what I mean, and so many people suffer, and they, for them, it's like we think that we have problems sometimes, you know, and then there's so many people with so many, oh my God, anyway, so I'm going to be happy, so I'm going to be, but it's like, you know what I mean, it's very serious, it's very serious, it's very serious, you know, because I don't know. And it's like it kills me, guys, you know, seriously, the oppression is like, I cannot believe, you know, it's, even think about it, it's just like, and this is the result of, you know, that she doesn't even think that anybody cares for her, and that she doesn't deserve anything, and that's because that's the life she's known, that's all she's known, you know what I mean? And so I feel like, if you think about, you know, this is like yeah, and this is the result, you know, and then most people, they feel the sense of entitlement, right? And this is it. It's like people internalize. It's like, obviously there's horrible things happened. You know, a lot of horrible things happened to her, and she didn't experience anything before, right? Anything good before. And at the same time, you realize, and this is the gap that people talk about, okay? Not only that you have true oppression and horrible experiences growing up for several reasons, okay? But that you internalize that this is the world, okay? Whereas other people who expect everything to be handed to them because that's how it is. And it's like, you know, a lot of it, it's like it changes. How could you not have an attitude, a different attitude? You know what I mean? You can just like, oh, brush it off, slavery, whatever. Hmm, hmm, hmm. You know, it's like, you know, like, I don't know. It's just, how could you even think like that? It's just, I don't know. Oh my God. So Michelle, hello, Michelle, my interview. What do you know, Michelle? Now, Michelle can't tell us things. She can't tell us. Wow. Oh my God, guys. I'm thankful for you guys, by the way. You know, I'm thankful to share those feelings, those informations. So, oh my God, so excited. You know, I love you guys. You know, hello, Michelle, hello, everybody. So, you know, because it's like, you know, it's tough, right? Dealing with the stuff of this administration is crazy. There's a lot, you know, when you think about it. It's just like really, you know what I mean? It's just really, like, you think about it, it's just like unbelievable. But like I said, guys, you know, it's always positive in a way when you see these things. At least it's important that we see it, okay? Because we can grow from it. You know what I mean? They had to be seen, okay? Yeah. So, but thank you guys. Yeah. So maybe, yeah. Oh. So, you know, guys, you know, it's funny. I was like, maybe I'll go to California. Maybe I'll go to California in January, maybe. And I was thinking maybe we should get together sometime, honestly. Sometime we got together. It'll be nice to meet you guys, you know what I mean? To hang out together. And so, because we can do fun things. I don't know. Just hang out, you know what I mean? Nice. So, oh my God. Wow. Yeah. So anyway, so let's keep positive. So yeah, so I'll come over to have a little, even if it's not a rosy tour, you know what I mean? Just hang out. I'm gonna meet it up or whatever. So anyway. Yeah. Oh, you know, guys, just finishing it up, okay? Just finishing it up. Talking about something that GR said. You know, there was I saw somebody I saw somebody on Twitter that said something brilliant about the Trump administration because, you know, it was in relationship to something that by the way, I'm going to write down ICE. I need to do a reading on ICE. Okay, what's going to happen to ICE is a big deal. I wrote it down just now. So it said like that they put out some sort of ad that said, oh, you want to take care of the kids that are in the concentration camp, whatever. So people responded, they want to help. And so what it was a what is it called? It was a raid. What is it? Forgot what it's called. It was a sting operation, and they arrested people. Can you imagine? They used people's empathy in order to arrest them. So it was so disgusting. And then the person said, it was so brilliant, said it's a war on empathy. That's what it is. It's a war on empathy. That's what it is. They want us to not feel anything for the children, and they want us to not, you know, to kill our humanity. Okay, so this is not going to happen. No. So, wow. So yeah. So we'll have informations. Yeah, we'll have. You know, I'll think about it, guys. I was just thinking. Okay. So maybe I'll look for the information. You know, we'll see. I have a feeling, guys. Hopefully, things are going to changes by March. By March, hopefully. So, you know, we'll have another. This is not going to go on forever. You know what I mean? So don't you think it cannot go on forever? But it was helpful. You know, it was helpful to have a group together. The meetings, conversations, nice things, huh? So, wow. So yeah, Michelle knows it all. But Michelle, you can't tell us, right? The details. You cannot tell, of course. You can't tell us details, of course. Of course not. So no, but of course not. You shouldn't tell us. So, oh my God, yeah. So anyway. So that's that, guys. Okay, so it's no, of course it's okay. No, I'm not asking. You know, it's okay, but it's nice. It's nice to get the confirmations that things are a big deal. So, you know, so right. So, wow. Okay, so guys, it's 9 o'clock. Time for Rachel Amados. Okay, so I'm gonna say goodbye. All right. Yeah, exactly. So opportunity to grow. All right, guys. So I'm gonna stop here. Okay. And it was nice chatting with you. And good night, okay? Good night. Good night. Bye.